In this video, we're learning how to measure mass. Mass is the amount of matter or particles that make up an object. And in order to measure mass, we use a balance. This is one of the balances that we have here in class. I will show you two other ones that you may be using. And we use grams as our unit. So to go through the steps, the first thing you need to do is press the on button. I have it labeled here. It looks like an on-off button. You have to wait for it to load up and cycle through the different modes in order to be ready. Once it's ready, you'll notice that it's at 0, and this is a G here for grams, our unit as grams. If it doesn't have the correct unit, you want to hit the unit button to change it. We'll stay back at grams. The second thing that you want to make sure you're doing is to zero out the balance. Zeroing out the balance means that it's perfectly clear and ready to be used. So you press the 0 or the Z button, which looks like this, when the balance is empty. Now it's ready. To find the mass of the object, you're going to place the object on the balance and wait until the numbers stop. So here I'm going to use a tape dispenser. Read the number on the screen and record the number. So here I have 504.0 grams. Once I've recorded it, I'm going to remove the object. Now, even though it has gone back down to 0, before I find the mass of another object, I want to make sure that there's nothing left for the balance to accidentally measure, crumbs or something that may have spilled. So you're going to zero it out again. And then, if I wanted to measure my next object, like the stapler, I can do so. You can also change the units while the object is on it. So if I wanted to see the stapler as 400 grams and that it's 0.4 kilograms or 0.882 pounds and so on and so forth, I can by pressing the unit button. Again, remove the object, zero it out before you're done, and then you can turn it off if you are completely finished. Now, some things you want to take note of. You always want to place the balance on a flat surface. You don't want it to be kind of uneven or it's not going to get a good reading, so it has to be on a flat surface. Please don't lean or press onto the balance. You might break it. And always keep the balance clean. You don't want any other particles or any spills on there. Last but not least, please do not drop objects onto the balance. You want to carefully place them. Now, I would like to show you two of the other types of balances that we have in our classroom so you can get an idea. First one is over here, a little bit smaller. So you're not going to place really big, heavy objects on this one. The on button is actually the same as the 0 button. We're going to turn this on. And again, we want to make sure we're in grams, and if it's not, we use the units to change it. Zero it out first. Now for this, I want to use something that's a little bit smaller in a measurement because it is a smaller balance. So here I have an object that's about 20.08 grams. So you can see that it gives me a little bit more of a precise measurement, 20.08. You can take that off, zero it out, try something even smaller. Here my measurement is at 10.01 grams. Done, zero it out, and then hold that 0 button to turn it off. Now last but not least, I have an even smaller balance here. This one looks a little different. It has what we call a draft shield. so that there's not any extra measurements from someone leaning over the item they're balancing. So I'm going to turn it on. Again, this is a smaller device, so I'm going to only choose something that's small to measure. I check that I have the right unit. If not, I hit the unit button. All right, so I'm going to measure something tiny. Hit 0 and place it on there. Wait for it to stop, and now I have a reading at 2.0 grams. Now notice, as I'm kind of lifting and picking up the item, the numbers are changing. The draft shield kind of helps to eliminate some of that number change when you step away. I'm going to take it off, 0 it out. I'll try one more, even tinier. This is about 1.0 grams. Take it off, 0 it out, and turn the balance off. Now, if you have any questions, please re-watch the video, or look through your notes again, or come and see